ready for adventure? Well, we're in the Lake District and there's plenty to be had.
When you think of cycling in the Lake District, you're probably thinking of mountain biking. Now, cyclocross is a huge European sport, and we went to a snowy Lake District visitor centre to find out more.
Cyclocross is a mix between running, cycling, mainly nowadays about 90% riding, a little bit of on-off, which is to sort of test the rider's ability, test the strengths, test the finesse really on a bike, and today has been a prime example of one of them sort of causes really, you know.
Well, I've known Paul Loftus for a while, since I took part in the Fred Whitten, which is a massive cycling event here in the Lake District National Park. And Paul mentioned to me some time ago that he was looking for a venue for cyclocross and thought our visitor centre at Brockhole on the shores of Lake Windermere would be just the place. So I said, come on over and let's give it a go. So last year we tried it for the first time. It was a success. And so we've had this, the Northern Championships, a bigger event this year, and it's been absolutely marvellous.
The North of England Cyclocross Championships, which is our sort of local division. Today the Southern Champs are on, the Welsh Champs, so this is just part of the Great Britain's Cyclocross Championships. There's a main one coming up in a month's time, but this is the divisional championship. So, no, mountain bikes are no good on this. If somebody had gone around on a mountain bike, they'd have got left behind. Tyres are too fat, too sort of not heavy, but a little bit more difficult to sort of use on this fast, hard riding, tricky terrain.
Toby Dalton, one of the directors from Wheelbase, which is the UK's largest cycle store. We're based here in the Lake District, just in the village of Staveley. We're the main sponsor of the event. We've supported a few cycle races in our time. We support a large cycle team as well. But we're the main sponsor of today's event, the North of England Champs. Based at the bottom of a valley called Kentmere. Kentmere is a closed valley, really nice mountain bike in particular in that particular area. But there's a lot of road cycling in here, and we're now trying to encourage more leisure cyclists as well. The lakes doesn't have to be too hilly. We're trying to encourage people down towards the South Lakes, where there's a lot of country lanes. Even on what you think will be a busy weekend, if you pick the right place to ride, you know, it can be really, really nice and quiet. And as I say, the Fred Whitten that Paul Loftus organises in the Lakes Road Club, that's becoming a massive event now. That's selling out within 5 or 6 hours of entries going on. And there's challenging climbs here, you can make them as challenging as the Alps around here, so we've kind of got a bit of everything, and we really seek to promote that.
don't get much riding on snow. These last few winters has been quite warm, so for some of the riders, or the newer riders, they won't have actually experienced, unless they've been on the continent, riding in conditions like this, which is proved because you can tell by the style of how they ride or how they adapt to it. Some adapt perfect, others struggle, and that's the test.
I think it has been a successful event at the Lake District Visitor Centre here at Brockhall, and I certainly really like to see this place being used for these kind of events and people getting a real buzz from using this fantastic property on the lake shore of Lake Windermere. Where in the world could be better?
Water features hugely in the Lake District, not just from the sky, and it can be used for all kinds of adventure. Simon has been trying out one of them.
Right, we're here with Keswick Adventure Centre. We're just about to go gill scrambling and we are going in there. I'm going in! It's cold but great fun.
We've come from Camberley and I've never been to the lakes before. I think Ali might have.
No, I've not been to the lakes either.
Oh,
actually. No,
neither of us have been before, so this is our first time.
Yeah, it's really good. Well, Chris did horse riding earlier. I want to do something a bit more adventurous, so I suggested gill scrambling. We actually booked it through an agent who put us in touch with Keswick Adventure Centre. We booked it through them a couple of days ago, so short notice, but it worked out well and we really enjoyed it.
Brilliant. Very cold, but worth it. We're having a little look on the website a couple of days ago and just looking at the adventurous stuff you can do out here, and it sort of sparked our attention, didn't it?
I wanted us to go and do some gill scrambling. You were like, oh, I don't know about that, but in the end I got to do it.
Yeah, we did it in the end and it was definitely worth it. And it was so easy, we literally just emailed 2 nights ago and yeah, and here we are, so brilliant.
Gill scrambling is absolutely superb. We've come down all these rocky pools and apparently we've got the washing machine next. I don't know what it is, but we're going to go for it.
Yeah.
We're on our way to the infamous washing machine. We're not allowed to hit the tree and we're not allowed to hit the rock. I'm going to try my best.
Okay, feet in the puddle. Stay there. Look where he's pointing.
Right, I want you to let.
Just the other side of the waterfall, yeah? Yeah, yeah. So when you're ready, stand up. No, feet right back in the puddle. That's it. Okay, that's perfect. When you're ready, step out. Step. 3, 2, 1.
That is serious. You've got an area about that big to hit. It's not very high, but you can't get it wrong.
Well, the gill scrambling was absolutely fantastic. It made you feel really alive. Even though the water was cold, you've got all the gear on, so the cold's actually still manageable. But you've got into rock pools, into white water. It really was absolutely fantastic, and the people here really looked after you.
Was it everything you expected to be, or better?
Better. Definitely
Better, and to be honest, not as cold as I thought.
No.
We had quite a few layers on, which helped, and yeah, we both enjoyed it a lot, I think, yeah.
I never thought that I'd be doing gill scrambling ever, but I had the opportunity to do it, and it really was superb.